Hey guys, coming at you with another video for annual service contracts. So this is the template that I use when I'm bidding large properties that want us to take over the entire scope of work for the whole year. So lots of HOAs, apartment complexes, and those types of things. So I've put a free download link to this document on my website. You can find it. I'll put a link in the description below. But I'm going to run you through this document right now and show you kind of how I built it and structured it. So obviously on the document you download, it's a template, so you'll put your company name, logo here. You'll adjust the scope of work as needed for the property. I keep the scope of work pretty simple on these, pretty much just maintain a professional appearance of the property because we maintain mowing, hedges, weed whacking, trees, sprinklers, pretty much just anything that's required to keep the grounds of the property in a presentable condition each week. And then in the winter months, we provide snow and ice control. So you'll adjust the scope of work here on your template. And then here's the schedule of work. So this schedule of work was built from contracts that I have received from clients. They have requested that certain services are performed within certain deadlines and certain dates. So I've built this to be kind of the general rule of thumb for every contract that I submit. So you can see March 1st to 31st, they're here where we are, is our spring cleanup time. We repair plow damage, pull stakes, and we prune trees and bushes for the spring. April 1st to the 15th, we're usually dialing up irrigation systems on these commercial properties. Depending on when the water gets turned on, we'll apply our first weed and feed of the season, and so on. You can go ahead and read through all of these and adjust them as needed for your business. Then I put a little description of each service that we apply here. So you can see we've got sidewalks will be edged bi-monthly unless it becomes unsightly. Clippings will be bagged or mulched at our discretion. There's dry spots, we do trash, aeration, fertilizing. Certain contracts wanted us to list the exact fertilizer we use, but I didn't want to do that because sometimes it changes. But this specific contract that I'm using from the residences, this is what we threw down on there. So then we've got our spring cleanup. If you'll note, I put in here gutter cleaning is not included. That's important because we didn't want to clean the gutters. Two, if we did clean the gutters, we wanted to make sure we were getting paid well for it, so it was not included in the contract. Then I've got spring cleanup. Pretty much just write a description of each service that you will perform and what it includes and what it does not include. This is very important because when something comes into question, it's written down, they've signed it, you've signed it, you're both on the same page, gets rid of a lot of gray area and makes things a lot better all the way around. Fall cleanups, irrigation programming. We specialize in irrigation. We have Quell certified irrigation professionals, and we run our irrigation between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. So it's all done at night. This is an interesting one I added in this year. So essentially, client pre-approves us to make sprinkler repairs as deemed necessary under the threshold of $350. This is huge for us because then we don't have to seek for permission and wait. If there's a problem, we see it, we just take care of it, it's noted in our software, and we bill the client for it. Then I have the phone number, our old office phone number there. Then I have here the service line items. So there is a calculator that is accompanied with this to essentially calculate these numbers. So this was a fairly large complex. If I remember, it was several acres and it was a lot of tight spaces. So 30-inch push mowers, 40-inch push mowers, walk-behind mowers. So mowing was fairly expensive here, aeration, hedges. These are all the services they're getting. How many services are included per season? On the calculator, you'll be able to put the details in of how much you charge per service, and then it will populate the total for you. So essentially, I break it out like this so the client can see this is what I'm paying for. This is how much of the contract is weighted towards, mowing versus lawn fertilizer or whatever. And this is just dependent upon whatever your rates are wherever you are. And it's pretty straightforward. I like to sum them all like this so the client, there's just transparency. They know what they're paying for. Total annual contract value on this one was $59,000 or $58,000, almost $59,000. And what we do as a sales approach is it's good for 30 days from the date listed at the top of the proposal. So when they request something, we build them a proposal. It's good for 30 days, so it gives them some urgency. They have to make a decision. Then we break it out depending on who the client is and what they're having us do. Sometimes we do a 1-in-9 split and bill snow separately, so we bill this annual service rate from March through November, December, and then we bill snow separately. Sometimes if they have snow included, like we'll do a per push, or we'll do an hourly rate or something. It just depends on how their contract is built. This one's a very vanilla contract, very plain. So this one's billed on a 1-9 split, so that means they're paying the entire contract value in 9 months, so it comes up to a $6,500 per month contract payout. So this contract is pretty great, straightforward. We do this with a lot of clients. They all obviously vary. We don't win all of them because we are pricing these to make money, and sometimes they're price shoppers. HOAs, they're price shoppers. So if you can get good ones, it can be good money, but if you don't get good ones and you get stuck with bad ones, it costs you money. It costs you headaches, lots of stuff. So be careful with who you're bidding. Make sure you know the company that you're working for and that you set up your contract right. These are just terms, general terms. Pretty much they need to pay us money, or we're going to charge them late fees. If they dispute anything, it has to be within writing. We're going to suspend services if they don't pay us, and all these types of things. And then the contract start and end date, and then our name and signature at the bottom. So you could print this out, bring it to them, hand sign it. You can put it in DocuSign, send it to them. Feel free to read through the contract so you know what it is that you're getting into. And yeah, I hope this template can help you win more work. I'm going to have a link, like I said, to the template in the description below. So head over to my website. You'll have to create a profile and log in, but you can have access to this template for free there. So check it out, and hopefully it helps you in your business.